Hello everyone, welcome to McFizzle's Hardcore Survival World Season 5 between the streams 25 and 26. And I think this might be the last between the streams before I fight the Ender Dragon, because I've pretty much got everything I need, I think, to have a crack at that challenge. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. We'll see how we go. But yeah, I think if everything goes to plan, I should be having a go at it tomorrow. We'll see. What am I doing here? It's actually, for Between the Streams episode, this one is pretty action-packed. I think it's not just me trading with villagers and killing skeletons in a grinder. Actually do some stuff. So, looks like I'm trying to trade for glass, so this must be when I was collecting glass bottles for collecting, like, apparently when you fight the Ender Dragon he sprays this weird, I seem to remember him spraying this weird purple stuff all over the ground, and apparently you need to collect it, so I'm getting a bunch of bottles to do that. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room to do all of this stuff. I've got so much stuff to take with me. I don't think I'm going to have enough room for it all. So we'll see. So yeah, I'm having a go at this enchanting still. Still nothing going on there. And oh yeah, so I'm also sort of trying to neaten up the floor here, putting that down. Wow, this seems like this was ages ago, but obviously not that long ago. And so then I think I go upstairs and start working on the second floor, spreading that out a bit. It's basically preparation for opening up the whole room, which hopefully I will get to. But that's the plan anyway. We'll see what the Minecraft gods have to say about it. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing there. Doing some more trading. It still looks like, yeah, I guess all of my items are all fully enchanted now. It's just have full durability, and now I'm just doing something while I'm waiting to trade with the villagers again, I'd say. So yeah, just opening up this room. So this section is if I need to make a third story to the villager tower. That's where the up elevator would be. And I mean, I guess I could you could just get off, but I'm having separate elevators. It's not that big of a chore to do that. And I seem to remember having some technical difficulties with these recording, so there might be a few little jumps ahead in time. It's usually because I press the what's the button? The share button, is that what it's called? The share button on the controller once instead of twice, and if you press it once, it opens up the streaming sort of thing, and you lose whatever you were recording. So I don't know why it does that, but it's extremely annoying. I wish SHAREfactory would fix that, but it's not really like you're missing a whole lot. It's just more of this sort of stuff. Yeah, at this stage I feel like I'm getting close to Ender Dragon stuff, so I'm trying to really get as much of that XP as I can, so I can do the things that I need to do to be totally ready. And so every now and again you just sort of have to do the full farm thing, but yeah, it's sort of it's not totally necessary, I guess, but it's just what I've been doing. What am I doing now? Back over, emptying all. Yeah, so I'm getting my glass bottles. You can see that double chest. That's the chest that I'm of the items that I'm using, and that's full. And then have I got the ender chest up there yet? I thought you could make double ender chests, but you can't. So all I've got is I've got one ender chest and whatever I can carry, really. I guess I could make storage chests in the end, but I'm not sure how to do it. So yeah, it looks like the ender chest is there. Surprised that wasn't an achievement. So yeah, I'm just throwing extra stuff in there. I've got way too many ender pearls and stuff like that, so hopefully that will free up a bit of space. I've just made my carved pumpkin for dealing with endermen, so they don't attack me apparently, and I can spawn a bunch of golems. I was going to go with iron golems, and then they will attack the enderman in there, which will free me up to fight the ender dragon. I'd say my biggest worry I've got two big worries going in to fight the ender dragon is one, spawning in midair and just falling to my death, which I've seen on YouTube. It's never happened to me personally, but I've seen it happen, so I don't want that to happen because that would be a super bummer. And the other one is getting those crystals that are fenced in. I don't want... I think when I last fought the ender dragon, that was the biggest problem that I had. Was the first ones I pretty much could knock the crystals off with my bow and not take any damage from the ender dragon, but when I went up there, when I sort of nerd pole up there, that's when I would get knocked off, and that's when the severe damage would happen. So I'm going to hopefully have enough healing and strength and the slow falling to help me not have to worry about that. But yeah, endermen are another worry, but I'm hoping the golems will sort that out, and it's just about making... I've never made the golems in the end, so I'm just hopefully have enough time to make a bunch of them. I've got to make like 5. So yeah, so we'll see how that all goes. I still have to get there first. And the other thing that I had to get was some totems of undying, which is what I start doing very soon. So yeah, you can see all my items have got full durability now. I'm clearing out the grinder chest to get some more XP and enchant my books a bit more. Still trying to get fortune on a book for my shears. And the other thing I noticed was that my bow that I made for the battle with the ender dragon does not have mending on it. It is just straight up, it will break. But it is super powerful. It's got flame on it, which I wish it didn't have, and it had mending instead of flame, because I don't really need flame on it. But I guess that was the compromise I must have made back back in the day. I don't remember. I've tried adding it and it won't even let me. It doesn't say it's possible, so that's a bummer. But I don't think I'm going to run out of. I don't think I'm going to use up the entire durability of my bow fighting the Ender Dragon. But we'll see. But yeah, it's super powerful. It's more powerful than my sword, I'd say. And so doing a bit more enchanting, trying to get some more full sets of armor for the armor haul, and yeah, I think I'm gonna go do one more lot of enchanting, trading with the villagers, and then I go on a mini adventure. But before that, more farming. You gotta farm, get those pumpkins. You need them. Pumpkins are like gold. And so yeah, you can see I've skipped ahead because yeah, like I mentioned, technical difficulties due to human error. And so now I'm over in the village that's sort of nearby the house. You can see the little, I'm heading back to the village now. See, that's where my base is. And I'm trying to find pillagers so I can start a raid. Now, I think I found one villager before this in the last bit, the missing chunk. But it was just one random, it wasn't the banner guy, it was just one of the other guys. So it didn't start anything and I couldn't find the other two, so yeah, so I just thought, I've got this village here, I might as well use that to start the raid instead of at my own base, which I think proves to be a pretty good idea, because this base is pretty good for raids, I think. Pretty good for defending against a raid anyway, so I'm just exploring, trying to trade with the villagers a bit while I'm wasting time waiting for the pillagers to show up. I don't know if there's any way to make pillagers appear, so I'm trading with villagers, and I've got my little room in the village that I can use and just storing stuff in there, but mostly just waiting for the pillagers to arrive, which they do very shortly, I'm pretty sure. And I'm going down towards the, I figured, yeah, I can look for some ink sacs while I'm waiting. No ink sacs. I think I get one. I find squid don't spawn that, you almost need to be out for 2 days for squids to spawn in. Some other animals like spawn in pretty regularly if you're just running around, but squid tend to take a little bit longer. So yeah, just checking out. I met my first fisherman. I was trading with a fisherman. I've never met a fisherman before. And here we go. Have we found him? Yes. So yeah, and this is when the raid starts. And we've got an achievement. Boom! We're being attacked! So yeah, I get a few achievements here. So yeah, what my strategy was climb up the tower and pick them off from up in the tower, and then you know, pick off any stragglers from down the bottom, which has worked pretty well because you can pretty much see the whole village from the top of that tower. You can just sleep on the second floor, and yeah, make sure you run out and get all the stuff, because yeah, you need those totems. I need to get some evokers. So this is another achievement for killing these monsters. That's what I got killed by last in season 3. So killing the beast was a pretty sweet achievement to get. I've been putting this off for a long time, but I'm over prepared for a raid, and I understand how I just need to take my time. They're not going to attack me. It's not a big deal if the villagers get killed. So yeah, so I smashed them, and yeah, just pick them off from heaps far away, and the bow does pretty good damage. It's like 2 hits most of those guys, and like 4 hits the beasts. It's awesome. And yeah, just pick off some stragglers. That's a wizard, and that's the end of that chunk. So skipping ahead, because I finished the battle in another missing chunk. So while I go to sleep, I dream about that achievement that I got in the missing chunk, which was something about being sick, feeling ill. Yeah, so I killed a evoker, I think. So yeah, I had a dream about that. That's what happened in the missing chunk. And so, yep, the raid is over, and I smashed them all in pretty much the same strategy that I was. So just climb up the tower. The evokers were a little bit tougher, but I think the most I lost in terms of hearts was like 1.5, maybe 2 hearts. So I was pretty stoked with that. So stoked that I decided I was going to get a horse and save myself the trip. So he immediately saddled up, and now I can ride my horse back to my base. So yeah, how's that? 4 achievements in 4 trophies in the space of, I don't know, not even half an hour of game time. It's pretty good. Pretty stoked about that. And what else? Okay, so we're back at the base. Got to make some room for the armor to fit in, so we had to do a bit of combining and stuff like that. I ran out of XP. We've got a full set of gold now, I think. Maybe at least one full set of leather, and we're on our way. So yeah, 1 set of gold. We've got to be pretty close to a set of leather. And yeah, I'm trying not to actually have to make them if I can avoid it. So yeah, I've got the hero of the village or something effect on, and that was the reason I lost the thing. So I couldn't figure out how to check what the effects of those spells were, and so I pressed the button that starts the streaming, the share button. And as soon as I did it, I just went and lost it, and so I just turned it off. So we came back, and here we are. We've done it. So we've got our Totems of Undying, which was the last thing I think we needed before we go try and fight the Ender Dragon. The other thing that I realized that we needed was we needed to actually find the end portal. So I forgot about that, so that's what I do next. But the other thing I have to do is just get all my items durability back up to 100%. I didn't have any blaze powder, so I'm heading off to my little blaze location. Grab some blazes. Just got to keep an eye out for wither skeletons, because they can sneak up on you. They just sort of blend into the background, and like I've said, I think I don't know if I've said it on this particular season, but in other seasons, when I did my very first hardcore survival world on the PC, that was what killed me, was ender skeletons, and I was looking for them so I could use their skeletons to make a wither. But that was way before I did any of this streaming business or YouTubes. I didn't do any of the YouTubes. So here we go. I am throwing the Eyes of Ender, I think they're called, and following them. I'm trying to catch them. Usually I would just throw them and then just wait for them to land, but now I'm trying to catch them. I only lose one Eye of Ender. I was pretty happy about that. So basically heading, I don't know what the direction is, but I'm pretty much heading in a straight line from heading down towards where the desert is, I think. That was the one I lost. And so yeah, it stops right above the well in town, and here I am thinking, should I dig in the well and just dig straight down through the well, or should I don't know. I was trying to figure out where the best place to dig was, so I ended up just digging in the floor of this and just making a sort of a spiral. And yeah, doesn't take too long to find the actual portal either, which is usually I spend a while in the strongholds clearing them out and trying to find it. Takes me a while to find them, but this time I found it straight away, so nice. So yeah, there's the stronghold. The system works, and in we are. We find some steps, down we go, kill a slime. I think there's a creeper around the corner here. Just take him out, and then find the portal. So fill in all the lava, clear all the put some lights up, get rid of all the silverfish, and there's the end. Pretty exciting. So I'm just blocking off everything so I don't get surprised. And then I'm like, well, we're just about ready to go. I don't know what I'm looking up here. I must be looking up something on my device. So I got some bones, so I thought, let's try and tame some dogs. So we tamed one dog with one bone, and then we tamed another dog straight away with another bone. So we've got 2 dogs now. Pretty sweet. So I'm gonna name one of the dogs Dog after Daryl Dixon's dog in The Walking Dead. And the other dog, I don't know what I'm going to name him yet. I don't even think I'll worry about it until I see if I survive the end battle first. So we'll just chuck them down on the landing. And yeah, just getting rid of all of the stuff. And yeah, starting the big organizing and just trying to max out my durability on my items now. So more trading. Last chunk. It's more of the same. And you can see how long it takes me to realize that my bow doesn't have mending on it. Because I trade with all of these villagers a lot of times, like a lot of emeralds, like a stack's worth of emeralds. And it doesn't occur to me that the bow doesn't have mending on it. I just assumed that it did, since everything I have does. So, but I don't want to have to go and make a... The bow took so long to make. I don't want to have to do it all again just because it doesn't have mending. I can always repair it if I have to. Oh, that's what I should do. I should just repair it. That's what I will do, actually, before I leave. Yeah, so mostly just trying to get XP and trying to enchant these items for the rest of this episode. I get pretty much all of them done, I think. I do another big farm with the bone meal just to try and speed up the thing, but as I'm doing it I'm thinking this doesn't, it's more of a thing to do while I'm waiting for the villagers to like melons again, rather than it actually helps the giving me XP. But it might have helped if I was using a actual item with mending on it, but I don't know, it's something to do. And that's about it, really. I think hopefully, so we'll hopefully mend our bow at the start of the next episode. I don't think we even need to bring an axe or a shovel to the end. And yeah, well, I don't even know if we need torches. So it'll be a big exciting adventure, hopefully. The next episode we will finally have a crack at, well, we should definitely get the end achievement straight away. As soon as we walk into the world, that's an achievement straight away. And then if we kill the Ender Dragon, that's another achievement. That's awesome. So yeah, and then we'll see. I don't even think it's worth thinking about anything else other than trying to get that done. So I think I've figured out, yep, the bow doesn't have mending on it, and so I'm doing all these other items now. And I think I just got a book of mending to see if I could put it on there, but it didn't work. Alright, well, that brings us to the end of this episode of Between the Streams, 25 and 26. Hopefully I'll have another Between the Streams where I'll have defeated the Ender Dragon and be trying to do something else, but only time will tell. I will hopefully see you then. See you later.